Okay, y'all, I'm so excited to be here today interviewing Jillian McGill. Okay, it looks like we're live. Let me turn this off.
Yay!
Get an echo. Anyway, the founder of Empowered Women Woman Summit, and I was lucky enough to be invited to be included in that. And so I'm super excited to have you here with us, Jillian. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your journey that got you here?
I would love to tell you about my journey that got me here, Tiffany. And before I begin, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be here with you. And I'm enjoying our connection, a newfound friend. So the journey that brought me here. So I began this journey a few years ago when I got the diagnosis of an autoimmune disease. And at the time, I was a classroom teacher, giving 100% of myself to my family, my students, the parents of my students, and my community. And looking back in retrospect, I realized that, and I realize now that I had lost myself in the doing of it all and had forgotten me. So during that time when the doctors didn't know what was up with me and they were trying to diagnose it, I ended up being off of work for a year. I went in half part-time, and I love to do things. I don't like to just be still, right? I thought, okay, I get to do something here. And so while I was awaiting the diagnosis and then the healing journey that brought me to where I felt good enough to be able to return to my work and life felt more normal for me, I decided I'd try something new. So I took some creative classes. I never thought I was creative at all. And I enrolled in several programs. And one of them was Color of Woman, which is led by my art mama, who I dearly love, Shiloh Sophia McLeod. And in that program, I found my inner artist, and I created 5 ginormous paintings. They were intuitive paintings of the divine feminine, and they ended up being different aspects of myself that I uncovered. And now they hang in a gallery in Alaska, and prints are being sold of them, and my artwork is being sold and hanging in living rooms around the world. And that led me to wonder, what else can I do, right?
I have goosebumps. I love that you found your inner art. And I often wonder, I always tell people I'm not very creative as far as artistic. I mean, I love to create things, but now it makes me wonder.
Yeah. So that's a great segue, because that led me to desiring to help and support women in uncovering the powerful healing that can occur when you tap into your creativity, right? So then I became a certified creativity coach, and that led me to teaching in-person retreats and workshops, and eventually to shift into online. And I just really loved that new part of myself that I had found in that work. And so I decided to retire from my career of a 25-year loving experience of being a classroom teacher, because there were other things that I desired to do in my life as well. And one of those desires was, and ever since I was a little girl, I had this desire, and it was to travel in an RV around Canada and the lower 48, because I'm from Alaska. So I left my home the August of 2019. That was the summer that I retired, in my RV, my truck and my trailer, with my Papillon Genevieve. And I was planning on only being gone for a year. And I had magnificent times. I traveled through Canada, quite a bit of the United States that I had never been to, down to Key West, Florida. Was coming back up when the world changed, as we all know. And things got a little bit different for me. And so I found that I wasn't able to return to Alaska, and I landed in Colorado. And that's where I am right now. And I absolutely love it.
Sure.
And when I realized that I could no longer take an outer journey and be safe, I committed to taking more of an inner journey. And that included enrolling in another program that was a leadership program. And that gave me agency and support in stepping into the leadership, taking leadership from my own personal life, which then transferred into my business life, right? And that's where I found out that I really felt called to empower women to truly live a life they love, right? To live their best lives. And I had stories that I was telling myself of why I shouldn't or why I couldn't do those things. And some of those things that I'd always wanted to do, right? I had stories of why I should be put last, why I couldn't start a business of my own, why I couldn't manage out in the world. But some powerful things that I learned out of that leadership group is that I can be powerful, which is a big thing for me to own, because self-worth was a challenging piece for me, right? So I can be powerful, and my journey can help to empower others. And one of my favorite mantras at the moment is life is now, right?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So I just really wanted to have a space to create an experience for women who were traveling a similar journey and who maybe felt alone, because that was me, right? So I decided to host this event that I'm calling Empowered Woman, Loving Midlife and Beyond. And I'd really love to help women rediscover themselves, or possibly discover themselves for the first time, which was more my story, to follow their intuition and to live a life that they truly, truly love.
I am so happy you did that. I saw the lineup of women that will be on this summit, and it is it's so powerfully put together. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the women that are involved?
Definitely. And I want to say I have felt led, not by something bigger than myself with this event. And I too feel honored and grateful, and like it's a blessing that these 16 women, including you, Tiffany, amazing, talented women stepping into their leadership, wanted to be a part of this. And they're from women ranging from in the United States to Ireland and Australia. There are women who include coaches, authors, artists, speakers, fitness and women's health experts. And some of the women include my new friend, Tiffany. And if I were to share something of my experience with Tiffany that I know so far, is what called me to Tiffany was her playful, joyful feel to life. And how, Tiffany, you encourage women to know that they're not alone, right? That we are together. And I'm so excited for your session coming up, the 4 stages of reinvention. And your session helped me to see new perspectives about different areas of my life that I'm going through, and to realize that I'm dancing between them. I'll be in one stage and then, oops, here we go. We're going back to that other one again.
Dance. But it's really powerful to understand or be aware, that this is what's going on. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that you said that it was a dance, because that really sums it up.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited about all the women involved, and I can't wait. So it goes live August 15th. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So every day there'll be new sessions live.
Right. So every day, starting on August 15th, which is my daughter's birthday, it felt fitting to birth something new on my daughter's birthday. Yeah. And this is Genevieve. Aww. And there'll be 2 sessions that will be released a day. And there's a schedule page where the sessions will be. And Those who decide to sign up will also receive a daily email with links to those sessions. And then those sessions will stay open until September 11th. So women get an opportunity to watch them in their own time that fits their schedule, as well as there may be some that they'd like to watch again.
Yeah, I'm really so excited about it. So what do you hope that these women will take away from sessions?
What do I hope these women will take away from these sessions? So I believe that each woman's experience, their takeaway will be as unique as them, right? My goal is to empower women, to support them, and to have fun, to learn something new, be excited and feel empowered about the journey that they're on and the path ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was your big takeaway from putting this together?
Wow. So I had that question. I didn't answer. I didn't think about the answer because it was a big one.
Yeah.
What is my big takeaway? My big takeaway would be that, so I truly loved connecting with all of the women that I did. And I connected with a couple hundred women actually on discovery calls, to see if we were a good fit, if things would work in the schedule. And some women will be for the speakers will be for the next event that I hold. But one of my takeaways is that I truly enjoyed connecting with all the women, and it was so fun because I felt like they were friends instantaneously, each and every one of them. Like we get on Zoom a couple minutes early to do the recording session, and it'd be like we were long lost friends and we had just been apart for a while and we're coming back together. It's like, is my lipstick okay? How's the lighting? We connect on a deep personal level so quickly, and my big takeaway includes also that there are a lot of women in our world who are beginning to step into their power or who are stepping into their power and desire to support and serve other women to do the same. And that can look different for each one of us, Yeah.
It's almost like a revolution. We're putting away our mama bear, titles. Now we're like, ooh, freedom.
Right. And the power and the joy of collaborating truly feels wonderful and delicious. This nurturing style of birthing things into the world. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. One of my favorite authors, Dr. Christian Northrup, she says that in her book, Goddesses Never Age, that, we don't lose our fertility, or, like we still have this, we're not birthing babies, but we're birthing other things at this stage in our life. And I just love that.
I do too. I love that. And there's so many different things to birth, It's like, as soon as you birth this one thing, oh, here comes this next thing that wants to be birthed.
Well, I like to say, my empty nest isn't boring because I live there. So, and when my husband finally retires, he will always have a list.
Right.
So, there's always, there's so much to explore in this world. And I'm glad that you're pulling us together for this summit. 16 of us anyways, and I know we represent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other women that are feeling this too. So I'm so excited about this. I know there's other things that you do apart from this, and one of them I did some research on, the Cosmic Smash books.
Yes,
those look like fun. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So Cosmic smash booking is something that I came across when I was desiring to do some new things and had discovered my creativity. And cosmic smash booking is an intentional way of creating. So it's simply just creating with intention, right? And it was founded by another one of my art sisters, Kat Geller. And cosmic smash booking can be anything you want it to be. For instance, last night I was feeling a lot of angst in my heart for something that's going on with a friend of mine. And I was having a really hard time processing it. So I pulled out my Cosmic Smash book, which is just an art journal, right? And you can embellish it and make it cool or whatever it is for you or not. And I just pulled it out and I started writing my thoughts and my feelings. It was like stream of consciousness, just laying it down on the page. And I'm getting chills talking about this down my legs. Laying it down on the page. And then I took 3 colors that were calling to me at the time, and it was red, orange, and yellow. And and it was paint. And I just started putting the paint on this page. And it's a composition notebook. As a classroom teacher, I have several, even on my journey, on my travels that I'm on now, I have some empty composition notebooks. So it's just a composition notebook with the lines in it. And I moved the paint around on top of the words that I had written. And it felt really good to move that energy. And then I just started taking some colored pencils when the paint dried and creating on top of that, intuitively allowing what wanted to come on the page. And this process took maybe about 45 minutes, but afterwards, I felt so much lighter. I mean, what was troubling me was still there, right? But I had moved it into a different space where I felt like, okay, now I think I can move forward. And what is it that I can do to support this person, you know? And that's what Cosmic Smash booking can be. And it can also be something joyful. You know, it's just a nice way to intentionally lay down whatever's coming up for you, whether it's resting something, releasing something. There's one page I call whack-a-mole, and I did this with my students, and women love this too. And it's just drawing circles on the page, taking a pencil and whacking at it, right?
Well, I need to do that.
Right. Yeah, and I plan on doing some Cosmic Smash booking as well, as a journaling activity during our retreat. And I'll be sharing that in our Facebook group and possibly some live Zooms for women who'd be interested in being a part.
Sign me up. So that's a perfect segue into, how do people find you?
Okay, how do people find me? They can email me at jillianmcgillartist@jillianmcgill.com. And I check my email a couple times a day. I love connecting with women and reading their stories and being there, because our wins, our transformations are other women's as well, right? So that's really important to me. And then I have a website, jillianmcgill.com. I have a Facebook page with my name, and Instagram, which is Jillian McGill Artist. Yeah, so that's how they can reach me.
All of that on this post after the recording, so people can just click on them. And of course, the link to register for the Empowered Woman Summit, because nobody wants to miss this one. I want everybody to get a chance to go to this one. So
yes.
So I'm so glad that you took the time to get on here with me. And I'm so glad that people got to see your heart behind this summit and, you know, get to know you, the person behind organizing all this. And you've done such an amazing job already. I'm so proud to be a part of it. So thank you for coming on. And one thing, if anybody has any questions for Jillian, we'll put them in the comments, and one of us can make sure that they're answered.
Definitely, yes.
So
please do.
Yeah, let's all connect, because that's the other point of this too, right? So anyway, well, thank you. And any last words that you want to say?
So first of all, thank you, Tiffany, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this Facebook Live and the Zoom and part of your community. And when you touched upon, what was that last thing that you said? There was something that heart, creating community. That is another part of the reason why I created this summit, was to bring women together, like-hearted women, and create a beautiful supportive community. So thank you for presencing that as well.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so the Facebook Live or the Facebook page that you're creating for this event, people can connect through that too, right?
Yes, definitely. When they sign up, then they'll get the link for the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not a requirement to be part of the retreat and the summit. It's if they choose to.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to meet all these new people.
Yay, me neither.
So, well, that's all we got for the audience. A lot of people may be on live, but it'll be on Facebook, and I'm also going to post it to Instagram after the call, so people will be able to find us. So
Awesome.
thank you. And
Thank you.
good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.